Guys, after living in Tokyo for over a year, I finally made it out of the bounds of the Kanto region and I made it to Osaka. A little side note, I did actually dye my whole head black at the time that this was taken.
In the dark, it's actually what you were aiming for.
Yeah!
Yeah, I quite like that.
The daytime, but I have to become nocturnal.
There you go. Just switch it. Just do a little flip for a little while.
It was a little bit scary at first and I had to go for another round, but once in our lives, we all had to fall victim to the black box dye, you know? Anyways, let's get on with my amateur Tokyo guide. My mom was visiting Japan with her friend for about a week or so I had to take some creative liberties and show my mom around a city that I'm not exactly a local in, but I'm also not exactly a tourist in. The first destination she ever got to see was, of course, the Asakusa and Sumida area. I only say of course because that's actually kind of the area that she stayed in. We stumbled upon the Christmas market, which surprisingly was up and running. While we didn't buy anything, I really love the Christmas markets here, so it was fun to just kind of see the little lights. Now, while my mom was exploring areas by herself, I did still have classes, so I couldn't exactly be there the whole time. I did, however, have my first encounter with Ginza, because I never really have any business over there. I will say the buildings in Ginza are absolutely crazily elaborate, and it felt very, luxurious, which of course is the point. But anyways, we got really hungry, and this was a Friday night. The worst time that you can be searching for dinner in Shinjuku. Miraculously, we found this kind of yakiniku K-barbecue fusion situation. We did, of course, have to check out the Roppongi Hills illumination just to get that Christmassy vibe. And speaking of trying things out, my mom did get to try the tarako pasta, which I think is a really Japan-specific and unique dish to try here that people don't really talk about. A couple days later, after taking a Japanese exam straight up in the morning, I headed over to Shinagawa to buy some Shinkansen tickets. Do I recommend buying tickets the day of? Absolutely not. But I did have to use a paper student discount thingy because I was not about to pay full price for that. Sometimes you gotta take the long way to get a little benefit out of it. Anyways, this was my first time traveling on a high-speed train kind of situation. I will say I did actually get kind of motion sick. I don't know if that's because of just the speed of the train or because I had to write a business report the entire time that I was on it. Now, there usually is the association of a Shinkansen with a bento or some sort of lunchbox. I took the easy cop-out of this. Before heading over to Shinagawa to actually buy my train ticket, I hauled my little suitcase all the way across town to get a little takeout tempura bento box. This was so worth it. Of course, you're traveling here for the first time, I recommend getting the full experience and maybe get an actual bento box. I think I'm too much of a picky eater for that, so honestly the route I chose was very fitting for me. I made it out of the station in Osaka and I'm with my little suitcase, and I actually don't know where I am. I'm going to meet my mom because she's been here with she left a couple days ago to come here, but I don't know this place at all. At least there's, oh my gosh, wait. This is so cute. Wait, oh my gosh. Where's my mom? To my dismay, we didn't have that much time to explore the day that I arrived, but it's because we were on a mission. Also because I arrived pretty late, so if you're gonna go out of your way to visit a place that's further than a day trip, I think you gotta dedicate at least a full 24 hours to that spot. We were on a mission though, and that mission was to get very specific takoyaki from this place that was recommended to me. They add corn puffs to the actual dough while they fry the takoyaki, which I've never seen that before. I think it was unique to both Osaka and Tokyo because people always say that there's a difference in terms of the Osaka dough being kind of liquidy and the Tokyo dough being a little more cooked. I don't think I could taste the difference actually because I was a little bit distracted by the presence of corn puffs. I will say 10 out of 10 though. I wish I could have captured our reactions to trying the takoyaki, but unfortunately both my phone and my GoPro were kind of dying around this point. My mom's friend had discovered the endless world of konbini pastries, and she was showing us this melon pan that apparently it had become a tradition, which mind you, they were in Osaka only for 2 days before I got there, but I guess it already became a tradition to eat this melon pan in the morning as part of breakfast before taking on the day. I never got to try it though because I actually don't like cream flavors, so unfortunately it was not up my alley. Now, technically following the timeline, this is 2 days ahead, but that's for a different video. We, of course, started out with breakfast at this bakery. They had some interesting pastries, I will say. They had this amazing black sesame kinako hojicha latte, which is a lot of flavors combined, but honestly, such a good combination. I actually found a similar drink at a local cafe around here in Tokyo. I love it. We did actually spend most of the morning shopping, so that's why it looks like the sun is setting. It is setting soon. There's a lot of department stores that kind of surround and encircle Osaka Station, so it was a really convenient walk from where we stayed. I got this cute little jacket that you see me wearing. I think she's so fun. My mom got it for me. It's beautiful. I wear her all the time now. Anyways, we actually got lost when we first got here. Granted, I shouldn't have been trusted with the directions because I'd never been there either. And there it is in all its glory. Now, this was a pretty long walk around the park because you circle around this river and then you have to cross a bunch of bridges that are not all in the same line. But honestly, the weather was so nice that it was really enjoyable. There was a 2-hour queue to get inside, so of course we didn't go there. But honestly, the view from the outside was just about as worth it to me. Actually, no. Wait, you actually can see. For lunch, we went to this random sukiyaki chain, but for some reason I had ordered a salt-baked mackerel. I forgot that it was salt-baked, so the entire time that I was eating it, I was wondering why it was so salty. Anyways, for the evening, we had planned a little boat tour. This was so exciting because I haven't really done any like touristy activities around Japan, and this was the perfect opportunity to do so. It ended up being the 3 of us and then another like group, but we all got these little bottles of green tea. And we got to sit under a kotatsu like heated blanket, which was really nice. The captain was so fun too. He led the tour in English around all the different stops. We ended up seeing a fountain show, highway bridges with some projections on them, and the final, or I guess like the second to final stop was Dotonbori Street. And I say second to last because while we were on the way back, the captain actually led us to this little area where you could see Osaka Castle in the dark between some buildings. Even though the wind was frigid cold, this was a really nice way to end the day. I'm really glad that I was able to get even just a glimpse of Osaka for like the first time. I definitely will be returning. I don't know how soon, but there are definitely plans that will be coming in motion in the second half of this year. So keep an eye out for that. And as always, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy the next video where I'll take you through my Kyoto day trips. Because I forgot to mention this, but technically this was a 3.5-4-ish day in the Kansai region, and 2 of those days, it was supposed to be only 1, but it ended up being 2 of those days that were spent in Kyoto. So stay tuned for that.